Hey guys, welcome back to Film Truth. Today we'll talk about the Opal Capital of the world. Let's head into it. The Opal Capital of the world. With exciting discoveries in Ethiopia and Mexico, the opal industry has opened new doors over the last few decades. Australia, on the other hand, has always been the world's largest supplier of opals. Australia is composed of vast and varied terrain, both as a continent and a sovereign country. From the outback to the Gold Coast, the Great Artesian Basin is rich in gemstone and opal deposits. So, where is the world's opal capital? Prepare to travel down under, not just to Australia, but also to a journey beneath the Earth's surface to discover Coober, Pedy, a hidden city in the outback where opal thrives. Where are opals found in the world? Opals, unlike many other gemstones that can be found all over the world, require a specific climate and terrain in order to grow. See, opals are formed from deposits of dried silica from millions of years ago when Australia was part of the Gondwana supercontinent. At that time, Central Australia was covered in ocean water by the supercontinent. Over millennia, water trickled into the crevices of the Earth's crust and began to dry. Sandstone seeps into the crevices where the water runs down and evaporates. What's left behind are small silica seeds, which, under the immense pressure and heat of the Earth, grow for 5 to 6 million years. Today, to discover the treasures left behind by this meticulous process, miners dig into the Earth. What city is known as the Opal Capital of the world? As it's responsible for 70% of global opal production, Coober, Pedy is considered the world's opal capital. Why is Coober, Pedy known for its opals? The shorelines hardened and left behind vast silica deposits as the oceans that covered the Gondwana supercontinent dried up over millions of years. Millions of years later, Central Australia, an arid sandstone-mounded desert called the Outback, is what's left of that ancient sea. Coober, Pedy is the nucleus of the area. What is Coober, Pedy famous for, and where is it located? The town is a hotbed for opal mining, with more than 70 opal fields along the Stuart Ranges. Residents primarily live in dugouts, which are underground homes. If you're itching to learn where you can find an underground town that's been named the Opal Capital of the world, let's unearth the hidden city of Coober, Pedy. Where is Coober, Pedy? Coober, Pedy is a town in northern South Australia's outback region. The 100-year-old city has always had its roots in the opal mining industry, but has evolved over time to become a tourist destination where wide-eyed visitors cry out for an underground glimpse of life. When you visit, you'll quickly realize that opals are the fabric weaving through the city, from the above-ground warning signs of unmarked holes to the underground neighborhoods that spindle through the underground sandstone. But opals aren't the only thing that live underground. Churches, bars, and museums do as well. Why do the residents also live underground if that's where the opal is? We'll have to dig a little deeper to find an answer to that. Exploring Coober, Pedy, the underground city. The same conditions for growing opals that make Coober, Pedy optimal are unbearable for humans. Temperatures in the summer can reach 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Not surprisingly, 3,500 people in the town are experts in the opal industry. With little shade above ground and no plant life, the natural solution to the arid climate was to move underground. What began as a temporary shade for miners, with over half of the residents living in dugouts, became a completely new lifestyle. What better way to discover opals than to live among them? Over the years, this lifestyle has attracted interest from all over the world and has become a new travel destination. Currently, visitors can take an underground tour to the Amuna Opal Mine and Museum to learn about the city's famous opal mining routes. There are also underground hotels for tourists to experience life underground just like the locals do. If you come in the spring, you might be able to catch the annual Coober, Pedy Opal Festival. The very roots that built this town are made of opal, as you can see, which is why it's considered the world's opal capital.
The town of Coober, Pedy is home to about 3,000 people. It was built on opals.
Coober, Pedy Opal, Treasures and Discoveries. Since its founding in 1915, the Opal Capital has seen incredible discoveries. We'll look at some of the most exciting Coober, Pedy opal finds below. Olympic Australis, the world's largest and most valuable opal, was discovered 30 feet below ground in Coober, Pedy's famous opal field, 8 Mile, in the mid-1950s. In 2003, the Virgin Rainbow, a gorgeous black opal in the 3 Mile fields, was discovered by a local miner. In 2016, miners discovered opalized pearls from once living sea creatures 65 million years old. Aside from the famous discoveries of the town, Coober Pedy is globally beloved for its rich play of colour. Local miners excavate colourful opals every day and export them around the world. They live underground.
You wouldn't think there was a lot here because 95% of it is hiding underground.
Rather than fleeing to a more temperate location, the town's early residents learned to adapt to the harsh conditions. They found inspiration on the very ground they stood on. Using mining tools, hardy prospectors did what they did best and dug holes into the hillsides to make underground dwellings or dugouts. Around half of the population lives in dugouts today, where the temperature remains at a constant 75 degrees throughout the year. The townsfolk continue to dig underground to escape the heat and the desert's chilly winter nights. As a result, a subterranean community has emerged, complete with underground museums, such as the Umuna Opal Mine and Museum, a sprawling former opal mine located alongside the town's main drag, and churches such as the Serbian Orthodox Church, whose sandstone walls are adorned with intricate carvings of saints. Many of the local bars and half of the rooms at the Desert Cave Hotel are underground, allowing visitors to experience the strange tranquility of life beneath the surface. The beauty of living underground is that it's very quiet and very still, expert Koro says. There's no air movement or rush of air from the air conditioner, and since there are no windows or natural light, you get a very peaceful night's sleep. Residents of Coober Pedy have become extremely adept at building their own underground homes over the years, constructing customized subterranean houses that extend beyond just one or two rooms into sprawling labyrinths that resemble spider webs. People will carve out their own bookshelves into the sandstone walls. Michelle Provotidis, the mayor of Coober Pedy and owner of Michelle's Opals Australia, a jewelry shop, tells Smithsonian.com. I even know someone who has an underground swimming pool in her home. But it's not just what goes on beneath the surface that distinguishes Coober Pedy. Above ground, there are hints around every turn of the city's strong mining routes and eccentricities. For example, at the Coober Pedy Drive-In Theatre, patrons are asked to leave their explosives at home, and signs posted throughout the town warn of unmarked holes that are the remains of previous opal digs. There's also the annual Coober Pedy Opal Festival, which will take place in March again this year. Even the thin layer of red dust that settles on the roads, cars, and buildings serves as a constant reminder of Coober Pedy's odd allure. There's nothing else like it on or beneath the earth. What do you think about Coober Pedy? Would you ever want to visit? Do you agree that it's the opal capital of the world? Let us know in the comments section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.